Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing Come Follow Me for October, and I am really excited to get this out to you because it's General Conference month. And it's the best time of the year, well, and April. You know, both General Conference months are the best times of the year. So if you're new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource to do different curriculum ideas, organizational ideas, and ways to invite Christ into your homeschool space. So if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button and let's talk about Come Follow Me. At first glance, Come Follow Me for October looks like it's only 3 weeks because that's all it shows up, but the first week is actually covering 2 weeks because of General Conference. And so instead of trying to take the 3 chapters and 3rd Nephi and stretch them for 2 weeks, I incorporated some General Conference review and fun stuff, I guess. Hopefully it's fun, into this booklet. So I'm gonna just go through those and kind of show you what it is. So first, I put this page as a review. So General Conference, April 2020. So either if your kids are really good readers and can read a talk by themselves, they can do that, or you can read one together and review maybe 1 or 2 or, you know, whatever, maybe throughout that week of leading up to General Conference. You could do more than that, I guess, if you're ambitious. And then just have them draw a picture of something they've learned. I just thought that would be a good way to remember that it's important for us to review General Conference so that we can know what the prophets are saying and know how to apply it into our lives, and we can receive personal revelation by doing that. And then the scripture I chose for this is from President Nelson from conference. It's the Hear Him, which has been, you know, for the last 6 months, that's what we hear all the time, is Hear Him. So that's what this is instead of a scripture from 3rd Nephi. And then I put in a crossword for getting to know the prophet and some of the apostles. It does not have all of them on here. It just has some of them, but I put in a help for this that I found in the Friend. So if you're unsure who is who, because I honestly wouldn't know who everybody was either, at the back of this week, that first week of October, I guess it is, this is there. So this goes through all of the first presidency and the apostles and gives a little bit about them. And that's where you'll find some clues if you're unsure, or you can look it up online because there's a lot of great resources online as well. So just that extra help for you, and you guys could do fun things with it too if you wanted to take it further and just get to know them all better. You can play some fun games and different things like that. And then I have a matching game, just their names to their faces for, again, some of the apostles, not all of them, just to become familiar with their names and faces, because I feel like that gets hard, even sometimes now for me, depending how quickly we get new apostles and stuff. I sometimes forget who is who, so it's helpful. And then I also put in a word search for the general auxiliaries. So like young men's, young women's, really study, presidencies, all of those. So I just put their last names down here. So it'd be fun to do the word search, and then you could also go online to their pages and see who fits into which group, since it doesn't say down here if they're, you know, young men's, if they're primary, if they're Relief Society, and so you could separate them into their groups and then maybe talk about what their jobs are, just to kind of take it further and help your kids become better acquainted with how the church runs. And then the last page I put in for General Conference is the Bicentennial Proclamation, which President Nelson gave to us in April, and told us to review it, since this is the bicentennial year. And so I put it in here so you guys could read through it together or individually, highlight things that stood out to you, and just kind of have a discussion about it. You could memorize it, maybe not that week, you know, unless you're really ambitious or good at memorizing, but you could make that a goal to work on memorizing it and things like that. So just a reminder that we're supposed to be studying that. Okay, so now we're gonna move into 3rd Nephi and talk about a few things for that week after conference, or you could still talk about them the week before if you want. And so this first one is thinking of Jesus during the sacrament. And so Christ is going to talk to the people a lot about the sacrament. He's talking to them about baptism, how the church runs, functions, all these different things are going on in these chapters for this next month. And so just some things here that the kids could draw a picture of that would help them remember to think about Christ during the sacrament. Whether it's, maybe they could just say a prayer to themselves. They could look at a hymn book, not right now. There aren't hymn books, at least not in our church buildings, because we don't, you know, sing out loud together. So maybe if you have a little hymn book or something you could bring, then they could look at that. Maybe a scripture they could think about, or a song they could think about, just different things like that. Those are just some ideas. There's probably many more, just things that they could draw here to think, to prepare, to have a plan, because this is kind of their plan. When I get distracted in sacrament meeting, how can I refocus and center on Christ? So that's what the goal of that is. And obviously they're not gonna be perfect at it. They're just children, but I feel like it sets up a good routine, and I guess routine's the right word for them as they go into adulthood to, okay, I'm not focused, refocus. And then the next week after that, Christ is going to be quoting Isaiah and Malachi a few times in these chapters. And so Malachi talks about tithing. So I put in a tithing thing here, and it's a math thing as well. So they'll have the amount here, and each of these piles has 10 coins in it. I think I counted them, but hopefully that's right. But if not, use your imagination. They all have 10 coins in them. And so you're going to circle what you would give to tithing, and then I have some dollar bills down here for some of the bigger ones. So it can be a math lesson as well. And then also Malachi is going to be talking about temple work and turning the hearts of the fathers to the children. And so who are my ancestors would be a great topic to talk with your kids that week. Whether you share somebody you already know something about, or you guys could go search for somebody together. And then I put an oval here so you could draw a picture of them. Maybe you don't have an actual picture of them, but you could just imagine what they would look like and draw a picture of one of your ancestors. And then also on the very next page, if you want to go further into family history work, there is a pedigree chart right here. And so you could fill it out together, or just at least talk about what shows up on a pedigree chart. So you could do that as well. I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do with your kids. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to mention here is that there will be an activity this week also about what tithing is used for. And this activity at the very back is from the primary website for Come Follow Me. So if you go to the church website, under all the Come Follow Me, they always have an activity at the end of the week. So I put them in here just in case you want to do them, and since kids aren't primary right now. And so this is the activity. So if you are kind of stumped on, okay, I can't think of 4 things to draw a picture of that tithing is used for, then you could look at this. You could have them do this first and then do that, or you could find, there's plenty of online resources that you could look up. I think I mentioned that in the activity where you're going to be drawing pictures about tithing. So you could go look at those resources as well to find what tithing is used for. So those are just a few of the things for Come Follow Me. Obviously there's a lot more in there, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. I love General Conference Month. My kids love it because I get cinnamon rolls. It's like this 2 times a year we make cinnamon rolls. So I'm excited to get this out to you. I hope you're excited for General Conference and just excited to learn more about Christ's teachings in 3rd Nephi, because it's such a great time in the Book of Mormon. So if you like these kind of videos, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.